go to a bigger program and not play, well then it's not helping you in any way, right? So you're just sitting there kind of wasting your time, wasting your parents' time, traveling probably further, probably spending more money, and not getting what you really want to get out of it, okay? So don't always think that, you're going to always hear people, oh, well, it's better if you do this, and always in the back of your head, or parents, you might get that too. You're going to get recruited away from where you're at. Home it's okay. Grass is not always greener on the other side, okay? If you're good, you're going to be good no matter where you play, okay? If you're good and you know you're good, a college coach is going to find you, okay? It doesn't mean you have to be on this top team. So just know that. Don't think that you have to play on the biggest and best and all that kind of team. Wherever you are, if you're good and you put the time in, you're going to get found, okay? With that, a parent leaves a message, says, oh, my daughter is, Jasmine, she's, 5'10", she averages this many points. She goes to the school, hey, call me back when you can. She's really interested in your program, okay? They didn't say an age, right? They didn't say who they played AAU for. They didn't say who they played high school for. I can't call you back. So make sure you use your coaches, okay? Bobby and I communicate all the time about players. So if there's I don't know if you guys know Macy Weaver, but I'm sure you do, right? So Bobby and I communicated really, really early about her. But he reached out to me and put a little highlight video like he does. And so I saw a little blurb of her, and then I went and talked to the coaches. Now, if she would have reached out to me, I'm going to be honest, it's not that it's a bad thing. I might not have taken it as seriously right away. But if a coach can pick up a phone and call me and say, hey, I'm going to shoot over an email to you right now, boom, 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 I'm going to make sure to watch that, okay? I'm going to make sure to take that a little bit more serious than I got 37 in 1 hour that day. I have to put them somewhere, right, and then go back through them. But that's their job. They're here to help you. AAU coaches don't get Coach of the Year or all these accolades and all these awards, okay? They're here to get you your scholarship, help you get a scholarship. Who gets the scholarship? You do, right? And so you guys need to put that work in, but use them because they can get to us a lot quicker than maybe you could, okay? I'm not saying don't reach out, because you should. But if you can't get a hold of somebody and something like that, make sure you use your coaches. And leave your coaches' names, numbers, anything like that, so we can get back to you, because if we can't get back to you, then we can't help you, right? Now you're a junior, so we can go back and forth, right? I called you twice this week, and I haven't heard back from you, okay? I call your coach, I'm like, hey, I haven't heard back from Trisha, and she, I've called her twice. I know she's probably busy, she has school, whatever, that's fine. But I haven't even got a text, I have gotten nothing back, no emails, no nothing, Is everything cool? I talked to, let's say I talked to Coach Bobby, and he's like, oh yeah, I'll get a hold of her. He can't get a hold of you either. Does that look good to the coaches? No, you guys can. Communication is huge. So it's okay, but you have to give some sort of communication back and forth. Okay, your coaches too. They don't want to waste their time, right? That's wasting their time that they could be helping somebody else. They could be with their families. Same with me. I don't want to call you and feel like I'm begging you to talk to me. If I have to beg you to talk to me, do you really want to come to my school? But you should want to talk to these coaches. They should want to talk to you. It should be a good relationship, right? What do you think is what we're looking for, I guess? Does anybody know, right away, what am I going to notice? Right away. I'm going to watch you. Are you going to be nervous? Okay, probably, right? Should you be nervous? I'm saying this from our end. You shouldn't be nervous. You played basketball your whole life. The game's not changing. The baskets are the same height. You're in the same perimeters. We're going to be watching you, but we're more there just so you see us there. Right? If I already know about you and I'm going to go watch you, you need just relax and play. But what's your first thing? I have to score. I have to score. Oh my gosh, I have to score. They have to see me shoot. They have to see me score. And you're thinking all these things in your head. You could shoot 2 air balls, but if I like your footwork and I see that your shot's nice, I don't care if you shot an air ball. Okay? Those leadership qualities that you guys mentioned and work ethic is huge. Your first step is huge. If somebody picks you, and what are you going to do? Are you going to jog back and whine about it? Or are you going to go back and get the ball back? Okay, so little things are so these intangibles, but I think that the thing that's missing in AAU is everybody's out to score. Okay, you have to know your role. But I think that people automatically assume, oh, I have to score, I have to do this, I have to show off, I have to make myself stand out. You're gonna stand out if you work hard. You're gonna stand out if you're the one hustling to the ball. You're gonna stand out. But the first time I saw Macy, I remember, I don't know if she scored, it was the second half, and I was sitting, it was in Illinois, I was sitting over the edge, it was a 9 o'clock game, it was the last game of the day, so she probably played 5 games. And I remember, I don't think she scored at all, but you could tell she knew the game. We knew she hadn't been playing for a while, and she played extremely hard, okay? She rebounded extremely hard. She crashed the boards hard. So she was doing all those little things. That intrigued us more, okay? So then we're gonna keep going, watching, all that. She didn't score. So, and look, she's going to Arkansas, right?
Just talking about you.
Guys, that was crazy. I didn't plan that. That wasn't like a. Do you guys know Macy? She's so tall. Oh my gosh, did I get shorter? Okay. But she's a perfect example, and you guys, she knows she has stuff to work on. I mean, she'll tell you that, and she'll ask. Body language, you guys, is huge. If we're sitting in that front row, and let's say you miss, like I was talking about scoring, let's say you miss three shots, okay, in a row, and you're just like, forget it. You know, you sub out, and you're just like, you don't shake anybody's hand, you sit at the end of the bench, you're not cheering, you got your towel over your head, you're sulking. I mean, that, you guys, that's like the worst thing you can do, right? What's gonna get you out of that funk? Help your teammate. You might have just that day that's just not your day. Help your teammate get something. And then once you get excited about them, then they can get it back to you, and then you're all excited, and here we go, right? Here we go again. But your body language is huge, you guys. So just always know that, like I said before, people are watching you, okay? Coaches aren't watching just all while you're scoring. And don't be doing and one mixtapes behind your back, rolling around and missing your layup. Make a layup. Okay? Goodness, and one mixtapes, like, come on, make a layup. You know how many missed layups there are in AAU basketball? Oh my goodness, okay? Make a layup with contact, and then, ooh, that's what we're gonna write down. Oh my gosh, this girl's tough. She can make a layup during contact. Not, oh, she did it between the legs. So if I'm writing something down about you, I'm not gonna say, whoa, that move. I will never write about a move, okay? I will write about, whoa, her first step is explosive. Oh, she went after the boards. She crashes hard. Her footwork is amazing, okay? I'm not gonna write, she had 36 points. I don't know, I'm not paying attention. I'm not counting your points during your game. When you get to college, you're gonna be one of many really good players, okay? You're gonna feel, it's gonna be scary freshman year, because you're gonna feel like, whoa, I thought I was it. I thought I was the one, okay? Everybody's the one, or they wouldn't be at the school, right, on scholarship. So make sure you guys are good teammates, make sure you guys are doing the right thing. And so you guys don't ever think that if a coach says something, and we're gonna be wrong, not very often, just like parents. They're wrong, but not very often, okay? Moms are always right. I was so glad I finally became a mom. I was like, yes, I'm always right, okay? We might still, we're right. You have to take it, and sometimes that stinks, but you have to take it, okay? You can't argue with a coach, you can't argue back, you can't argue with teammates. The best teams are teams, not individuals. So again, when you were out here watching you guys, and the coaches are watching you, they're not watching that you had 36 points. They're watching how you handled when you got picked, how hard you're playing, how you are with your teammates. Are you coachable? That's a huge thing, okay? How's your attitude? Are you playing hard? What's going on, okay? And then after that, your communication is huge, okay? So once that process starts, you need to get to know them too. If a college coach isn't getting to know you as a person, would you want to go play for that person? If they don't care about you as a person? No, right? So if all they're asking is basketball things, or all they're asking is sports-related things, or they don't know that you have a brother or sister, they don't know what you wore to your prom, or they don't know what your dog's name is, they don't know, you think they're going to invest that time in you when you get to the campus? Probably not. You're probably just, okay, yeah, you're here, great, we got you, right? So really try to take time to figure out what's the right fit for me. The right fit might not be Division I. Hate to say that. I do hate to say that because everybody thinks, oh, Division I is it. But you guys have got to pick the right fit for you. Meaning, am I going to play? Ask questions, parents too. What do you want my daughter there for? What position? You might be a 5 in high school or college, or AAU because you're tall, but in Big Ten, you might be short. Okay, so you might have to change positions. You might have to become a 3 guard. Okay, so you might have to take somebody off the dribble. Now, if you've been a post your whole career, is that going to be comfortable for you? Probably not. But if I can say to you, I can see it in you a little bit, but I need you to work at it. We need a 3 that's 6'2", okay? You have the skill, but you need to work at it. Okay, you might have to change a little bit, right? But it has to be the right fit. How many point guards, if they're recruiting point guards, how many are in front of you? Who's graduating? Okay, how many are you going to have to sit behind or fight or compete against? I'm not saying it should be handed to you. You shouldn't go only if the school has 1 and you're like, great, it's mine, because it might not be yours. They might recruit over you the next year. Okay, but you need to ask questions when you're recruiting. Parents too, please ask questions, because a lot of people don't ask questions. They just see the name across the chest and think, woo, my daughter made it, or I made it. I can say, I went to this school, that school. I can say that I did this. You got to realize and ask those hard questions. Hey, coach, what do you need from me? What are you looking for? What do you like about me? Why do you want to recruit me? And make them answer questions for you, because if they can't have this open communication, you might just be somebody that they're just kind of recruiting just to have a certain number, or as a backup in case the other person falls through, and ask those questions. Hey, coach, how many people are you recruiting in my position? Okay, how many people are you recruiting at the 2 guard position? How many shooters are you recruiting? Okay, out of that many, where do I rank? Okay, if I'm 2nd or 3rd, what's the difference between the person above me? Like, what do I need to work on? Okay, so something like, you guys ask those tough questions because you might think you're the only person getting recruited. Well, if you don't have a pull-up game, a mid-range game, which is hard to do, but get a mid-range game, to all of you, get a mid-range game. Okay, even if you're a post, get a mid-range game. Okay, but if you don't have those certain intangibles, you need to work at it. Okay, because college is a totally different level, totally different, and it's totally different than AAU. Just like high school is different, right? Isn't high school and AAU a little bit different? Okay. So make sure you put that work in. Parents, you want to feel comfortable. Who you send your baby to? There's some people that transfer because they get eaten up. Do your homework. Okay, do your homework on where you're going. And there's some coaches that you're going to love forever. And my coaches, in my wedding, I'm still extremely close to them. But we had that communication. We became close. We stayed close. Okay, so make sure you know you guys are using communication. So. Social media. How many of you have social media? You should follow me. I do too. Okay, so I just want to give you guys some insight on social media. You never know who's watching. You guys, athletes, are the most watched people. You're so watched. You're watched by little kids. You're watched by all the way up to adults. Okay, people you don't know. I hate to freak you out, but it's true. So you need to know what you're posting. Who are you who are you representing when you do that? Yourself, your family, your high school, the little kids in your area, your neighborhood, your college. Wherever you go, you're representing someone bigger than you, right? So you have to know what you're doing. And I can tell you, we stopped recruiting kids because of their social media. Don't mess it up by some little lyric that you put up on a tweet. And then so you guys, you can start the process. The earlier you start, the better, because you're kind of going to know it. Now I can tell you, the recruitment process is draining. You're going to get tired from it. It's draining, okay? It's a lot of work. It's a lot of work for your coaches. It's a lot of work for your parents. But you need to do a lot of that work, because it's your future with it, right? So start as early as you can, okay? You can always say, I'm going to call you back and try it, because then I might be like, oh good, she's going to call me back, okay? But give me a window so I know to keep my phone right next to me, okay? So you can start that early. Also, what Coach Bobby's doing. So I'm up at 1 a.m. just like looking over stuff that I couldn't catch up on that day, and I'm watching Lucy's video. Okay, it's a 2-minute video, but I can see, her footwork's good, or this is good, or that's good. And then it intrigues me, and then I'm like, okay, hey like what's going on with Macy? Can you send me a full game? I want to see her full play. Or I think it was right before eval, and then we just went out and saw. Okay, so we get to go see her then. So it's never too early to start your recruiting process. And invest in yourself, okay? It's an investment. You guys have to invest in it. You can't just hope mom and dad are doing it for you. You can't hope that coach is doing it for you. You can't sit at home and on social media and hope that you're going to be seen.
You gotta put the time. You have to put the time. So there's no such thing as too early on starting, and that is investment, in starting an investment.